You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, now we're here from Drake Wing Gaming, a 7 man's win of the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of Mice Tea. This time I believe we are jumping into Julie's path. I think this is Julie's path anyway. So this is going to come as you reject Gavin, I believe, so I'm not sure exactly what path this is going to go on. I feel really bad rejecting Gavin. I think he's an awesome dude. I think the relationship turned out great. But I guess this is just when you don't give him a chance and you've just made up your mind. But so yeah, we're gonna jump in right back into that. Anyway, y'all go ahead and let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up and let's go. All right, Gavin. Sorry, sweet Falcon boy. I don't think I can do that. I can't pretend I don't know what I know. If we stayed friends, my heart would ache remembering what it was like to be your girlfriend. And if we stayed a couple, I'd never be able to shake the feeling you'd prefer me like this. Either way, I'm not sure I could ever truly stop wondering if you did this on purpose. It's either the cruelest thing anyone's ever done to me or the cruelest trick of fate that your transformation fantasy happened to someone else instead of you. But I can't have that first possibility hanging over my head. I'm sorry, Gavin. He nods his head in small rhythmic motions and sniffs. I imagine it's the answer he's been expecting all morning. I understand. My size lets me notice every little quiver of his lip and tremor in his hands. Then I'll just head back. He turns to Julie. You can keep anything you bought from the store. She nods. The magnetic force seems to stick him to the floor, but he wrenches himself from his spot and walks to the door. He opens it, and a gust of air from outside reaches the table. Gavin remains standing there as long as he thinks he can get away with it. Then he turns back. Good luck. Truly. He tears his eyes from me and shuts the door behind him. It's the last time I ever see him. Day 107. Jesus! Day 107, a few months later, okay? I pour myself the first cup of coffee of the night. Oh, okay, she's back to normal, alright. It takes a bit of force to dislodge the carafe from the drip coffee machine. I bought it from a thrift shop, and the part that holds the filter sags a little. It's annoying, but I don't feel like investing much money into the preparation of a drink I don't like very much. And I know what happened the last time I got way too into a drink. A key turns in my deadbolt right on time. Hi, Mags. Hey, Julie. How's the play coming along? She sets her bag down on the table. Well, the backdrops are going to be done on time, but I kind of think I'm indulging their bad habits. I sort of want to go at the speed a regular artist would go, so they know how little time they gave me. But I don't know. I'm there the full 8 hours either way, and I want to be hired for the next production. I can sympathize. I take my first sip of coffee and wince. That's the black portion of my coffee drinking cycle where I add more and more stuff to make it palatable before realizing I'm putting too many calories in and going back to drinking it black. You think you want to come to the premiere in 2 weeks? About a third of the actors are actually good, which isn't bad for a local theater. I grip the mug a little tighter. Where's the theater in town again? Kind of the southeast side, near the aquarium. I pull the subway map up in my mind, tracing how many stops away from T-Friends that is. It's a decent distance away, but maybe. I mean, my shifts are at night, so it'd probably overlap. Isn't the whole point of working from home that it's supposed to be flexible? You haven't gone into town at all. Hey, I'm doing all my normal chores now that I lost my tail. I'm getting groceries half the time, and we even went out to breakfast once. I mean, into town. You haven't left Brixton to go downtown in months. She's right. It took me 10 weeks to turn back to normal. In that time, I resigned from Barlow's and picked up my current gig at a virtual call center. Those time frames actually overlapped. I had my over-the-phone interview when I was only 3 feet tall. I took my first calls covered in fur. The headset didn't fit my ears all that well. I don't know, I'm not quite ready to go back downtown again. What if I run into... Well, we'll take my van. You won't have to set foot anywhere but the theater staff's parking lot. I take a sip to avoid answering right away. Well, I could probably make one of the shows. Maybe on an off day, if you could really just drive me right up to the door. Julie's happy to see she's finally worn me down, but I can tell it took her longer than she'd hoped. Second, y'all. It is water time. Alrighty. Yeah, you'll get your own little red carpet premiere tonight. Premiere treatment. Well, I'm gonna put on some headphones and watch some stuff on the bed. I'm not quite ready for sleep yet. Yeah, that's no problem. Oh, and I put some new sheets on the bed for you. Aw, thanks! I haven't had my sheets changed this much since my mom made them for me. You're not trying to tell me something, are you? No, I've just always done them every week. Oh, I'm just kidding. Thanks for doing that for me. My overnight shifts allow us to alternate using the bed, but they also give me an excuse for not sharing it. We haven't slept together since we confirmed the meditation worked. I was on the couch until we switched to our current arrangement. It's actually the longest Julie and I've ever lived together without having sex, but I'm not even up for sleeping in the same room with someone at this point. Glad you appreciate it. Your shift is gonna start soon, right? Yeah, I'm all logged in. I just need to drink enough to awake juice before I start. Cool, I'll try and stay quiet. She retires to the bed where she can rest a tablet on her stomach. I return to my mug and eye how much is left to drink. I'm already jittery, so it can't be that much more. A fleeting longing reminds me of the tea I used to drink before I threw it all away. The sick feeling that the memory conjures up matches the aversion to finishing my coffee. I take a final swig to empty the mug and wince. Okay, back to work. Short end. Tea friends, no more. Wait, so how the hell do you end up with Julie? Okay, well, I guess, I guess I'll start a new game and see where it goes from there. See if I can get to Julie's path anyway. Alright. Phew! Finally! The kitchen is cleared, the dishes are drying, the groceries are put away, and the fridge is cleaned. Some of those stains took some extra effort, but now I don't need to think about them for a couple months. I fill the electric kettle and fill with filtered water and set the temperature for 195 degrees. Thank goodness I have tomorrow off. I barely got through my errands after a full day at work. But I've got just enough energy to stay up and do a little reading. Maybe I'll even water Mom's flowers in that Furry Woods phone game. I pull a teapot and teacup from the cupboard. It might be a Skinner box, but it keeps her off my back about getting a better job. I'm starting a family before I turn 30. A few water droplets condense on the kettle's fill gauge. Ah, well, it's not like there's anything I can do about that tonight. My new book is waiting. I pull out a tin of oolong, open the lid, and stick my nose inside. Ah. Honestly, maybe I'm looking forward more to making the tea rather than drinking it. The process is so meditative. I cherish every opportunity I have to go through the whole routine. Oolong is one of the fancier preparations I do, and it always sets my personal time apart from the rat race. A faint click tells me the kettle has reached the correct temperature. To properly prepare the oolong, I use an infuser and rinse the leaves before steeping them. I even preheat my teacup before pouring the tea. Man, I've gotten really precious about all this, haven't I? I used to just throw tea bags I stole from hotel breakfast buffets into a saucepan on the stovetop. Now I'm using loose-leaf tea and an infuser. I don't think I even knew what an infuser was 2 years ago. I carry everything over to my armchair. I sit down and take my first sip. Second, y'all. Water time. Alright, y'all. This is going to be Julie's path. So, y'all in the comments, if you have played this, let me know what decisions I have to make to get to Julie. Anyway. That's good. A rich roasted body with earthy notes of cinnamon and caramel. It's just strong enough to taste a little bold, but I can adjust that in the next steep. I guess there's a little astringency if I really wanted to nitpick. Maybe too much oxidation. But I can't imagine finding much better on my budget. And now I can focus on my book. Within a deep, dark forest, two cloaked men appear in a small clearing. One stands in wait as the other drags a struggling, bound figure behind him. Before the men can exchange words, the piercing whistle of an arrow cuts through the winter air. The hostage-bearer falls to the ground, blood flowing from... Ding, 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 ding. Who's that? I peek over at I peek over at my phone's display and see the face of my boss, Felix. Or at least a sliver of his face that isn't obscured by the cat he's holding. There's only one reason for him to call at this hour. I glare at the phone and attempt to silence it with my mind. Don't do it, Margaret. You don't have to answer. My fingers hover above the screen. It's probably not even important. Just ignore it and get on with your evening. I slide my finger across the screen. Gosh darn it! Hello? Hey, Margaret. How's your evening treating you? Fine, thanks. I just started reading, actually. Really looking forward to my first day off in weeks. Yeah, about that. Felix! Sylvia called in sick. Again? Yeah, I know, it's a problem. You know how much I hate to do this, but I'm still running behind on things I need someone to watch the store. Still? You've been using that excuse for months. Crap, have I? Okay, you got me, but it's been really busy lately. It's good for the store and all, but it's making it harder to keep up on inventory. Plus, there's all these new property tax laws that are going into effect next year. Sorry, I'm rambling. Point is that this will be the last time, I swear. I don't believe you. But I will come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This better be the last time, though. Really. Definitely. See you tomorrow. Beep. I should have said no. This definitely won't be the last time. At least not until he hires more people or gets Sylvia to pull her weight. I take a deep breath, lamenting how quickly the trajectory of my evening has changed. I need to go to bed now if I don't want to be a zombie tomorrow. Haven't hit the salon in a while, huh? Or the gym. Or boutique. Why am I even thinking about this? I've got work to worry about. Why do we even keep Sylvia around? She was so fun and enthusiastic when she started. What happened to that Sylvia? Though I doubt Felix would actually fire her. I don't think he has the guts. Whatever, this isn't getting me to bed any faster. I fall into bed and grip the sheets between my clenched fists. I had my whole night planned out. Why did he have to call so late? My mind spins as I imagine arguments I've had with Felix and Sylvia over what they've put me through. I shoot down the feeble excuses I invent for each of them. My tirades are full of elegant, righteous fury in my head, though I'm sure they'd just fall flat if I ever found the courage to express them out loud. The fake arguments aren't helping me sleep either, but they're addicting to stew over. After a few hours of tossing and turning, I finally pass out. Day 1. When life gives you lemongrass. Taking y'all, water time. I just fell asleep. I roll over to silence the alarm blaring from my phone. Once my eyes focus, I notice it's half an hour later than I thought. Crap, I hit snooze in my sleep again. I speed through my normal morning routine and run out the door to catch my train with toast and tea in hand. The store is only a 5-minute walk from the station after a 40-minute ride, but I'll have to make it in 2 minutes to be on time. Finally, a chance to exercise. I alternate between speed walking and a light jog. It's about all I can handle. Seconds remain as I reach the front door. There's just enough time to lean over and catch my breath. I really should be used to getting up at 7 a.m. at this point. Felix better not think he's getting off easy this time. I reach for the door handle and for the door to open toward me. Good morning, Margaret. Felix stands there beaming and radiating enthusiastic energy. Ugh. Thanks again for coming in on such short notice. I don't think I'd know what I'd do without you. Unfortunately for me, his enthusiasm has always been more infectious than anyone I've ever met. It's like he can irradiate you with positivity. If there's any piece of my mind I'd planned to give him, I've already lost it. No problem. I follow him inside. He might not be a great boss, but at least his heart is in the right place. Is that a new thermos? I have one just like it. I've had it for 3 months. You must have put a new sticker on it or something. There aren't any stickers on it. Is that a new tea? Nope, just regular Earl Grey, extra caffeine. We do have some coffee if you need it. Say the word and I'll start a pot. Coffee makes me jittery, but I'll keep you updated. By the way, you mentioned finishing the 5th book in the Hawk High Above series the other day, right? How'd you like it? It was pretty good. It kept the grounded quality. I appreciate from the series while still throwing in a lot more exciting fight scenes and intrigue than the last volume. I really enjoyed the part where the Sorcerer's Apprentice revealed his scheme, and the author's been building up to it for nearly 3 books. I know! I went back to reread a bunch of passages so I could pick up all the hints the author dropped. Felix's taste in literature is eerily close to my own. He's the only other person I've met with any interest in Eastern European low fantasy. Plus, my heart was pounding the whole time they were escaping from the Constable search party. Yeah, me too. Haven't you started the new one yet? Well, I started it last night, right before you called. Oh, well, I'm sorry. If you want to take some extra time during lunch, I can cover for you. That might be nice. Any updates on the hiring process? Crud, I completely forgot. Figures. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye!